what we haven't really done is made sure that the volumes work for the live stream.
Usually they do work, but
Usually I get a text.
Oh,
Can you raise this one?
and don't forget to turn on the market.
Okay.
Well, the thing is, like, if you don't stand in the pulpit, mainly we don't actually turn it off a lot on the pulpit.
Right.
Just when on her mic, because it like really picks up her mic.
So stand back is what you're saying.
Yeah.
The mouth, okay.
Mine GH mouth anyways, generally.
Should be, is it up?
So the one thing is, like, are there times that I should stand up there during the service, I guess, or during the song?
That's kind of what I'm not 100% sure on either, and I think,
I'll stand up there.
yeah, all right.
I don't know.
This one is very clear about, I'm already up there, but this one's very clear. You can come up and
Hello,
and
yes.
then I guess we stay there.
You could probably go
But
down
at some point, I think, after this.
a little. That sounds great. Yeah, that's probably pretty good.
Yeah, you know, the thing is, I'm kind of not expecting perfection.
Yeah, I mean, I do it for you guys, or I'm
Oh, you're supposed to say that, right?
and I fix things.
Oh.
Oh, I wonder if maybe it was, oh yeah, I still like it. It's not, it's not, it's not.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I'll just do some questions.
Okay. You got it. It's probably for the labyrinth of it. How does that work? Mark?
Good morning and welcome to Live Oak. Please rise in body or spirit for our gathering hymn 112, Do You Hear? Oh, there you go.
Good morning and welcome. Good morning. Oh, glad I got a good morning out there. Good morning, Live Oak. It's great to see such a great number of people in the pews this morning. Good morning, beloved community. I'm Joel Bercu. I'm not only the president of the congregation, but I'm your preacher today. Reverend Joanna will return next Sunday. I thought I was going to hear an "aw." In this sacred space, we gather as one, celebrating the tapestry of diversity, honoring the boundless love that unites us all. Live Oak Unitarian Universalist Church is unambiguously, unapologetically progressive. This is a great crowd today. And our doors swing wide to embrace all who seek a welcoming place, where we celebrate the LGBTQIA community, where we know every identity is a divine expression of humanity, where we commit to the work of dismantling systemic racism and other oppressions, striving for a world where equity, compassion, and justice are the cornerstones of our shared existence. May we worship today in the source of inspiration, a wellspring of courage, and a call to action. Welcome, dear friend, to this place of love, acceptance, and progress.
My name is Jennifer Hale, and I want to give a special welcome to any visitors we have today in person or online. If you haven't already, I encourage you to stop by our visitors table in the narthex after the service, it's right out there, to sign up for our weekly email newsletter and so we can meet you and answer any questions you may have. Please join me in these words from our historic faith. Love is the spirit of this church and service its law. This is our great covenant, to dwell together in peace, to seek the truth in love, and to help one another. We unite with UU churches around the world by lighting our flaming chalice, the symbol of our religion. Today, Catherine Enyart will be lighting our chalice. Here at home, we light it today and with these words. What am I missing? The spirit from the wine thing? What was I supposed to do? Pick some words. Sorry. All right, no words. Be kind to each other.
Hello. Okay. Yeah, yeah, and the wind is talking. Yeah, yeah, for the very first time. With a melody that pulls you towards it, painting pictures of paradise. Saying, rise up to the light in the sky, let the light lift your heart up, burn your flame through the night. Whoa, Spirit, can you hear it calling? Yeah, Spirit, watch the heavens open. Yeah, yeah, and the water's crashing, trying to keep your head up high. When you're trembling, that's when the magic happens, and the stars gather by your side, saying, rise up to the light in the sky, let the light lift your heart up, burn your flame through the night. Yes, Spirit, watch the heavens open, open. Yeah, Spirit, can you hear it calling, calling? Yeah, your destiny is coming close. Stand up and fight. So go into that far-off land and be one with the great I am. I am. Spirit, watch the heavens open. Yeah, Spirit, can you hear it calling, calling? Your destiny is coming close. Stand up and fight. So go into the far-off land and be one with the great I am. I am.
So I found the reading one line below where I expected to see it in the script and revealed that I am not good at ad-libbing. So bear with me, I will do it now. These are the words from Susan B. Anthony. Again, men say it is not votes, but the law of supply and demand which regulates wages. The law of gravity is that water shall run downhill, but when men build a dam across the stream, the force of gravity is stopped and the water held back. The law of supply and demand regulates free and enfranchised labor, but disenfranchisement stops its operation. What we ask is the removal of the dam, that women like men may reap the benefit of the law. Did the law of supply and demand regulate work and wages in the olden days of slavery? This law can no more reach the disenfranchised than it did the enslaved. There is scarcely a place where a woman can earn a single dollar without a man's consent. Again, Susan B. Anthony. For the past 31 years, Live Oak has been a beacon of acceptance, love, and inclusivity in an area where our values often challenge the status quo. In a world where divisiveness and intolerance seem to grow stronger, we firmly believe in the transformative power of our faith and the positive impact we are having in our area. We invite you to make a financial contribution to help sustain this church's vital work, knowing that every gift, large and small, is appreciated and carefully used in service to our mission. If you would like to donate electronically, there is a card with a QR code in the seat back pocket. However, stewardship of this church takes many forms, and all of them are gifts. Gifts of money, gifts of time, gifts of service. Today, we recognize the gift of service with the Rose of Recognition Award for an individual who exemplifies the giving of time and talent to help Live Oak advance our mission. Mike Schultz from the Executive Committee will now present this month's award.
The Rose of Recognition is a Texas UU tradition in which we show our appreciation for a volunteer who has shown exemplary service to the church. We are lucky to have a congregation filled with talented members who consistently give their time and talent to making this the beautiful and vibrant church we enjoy. For his work creating a smooth live stream experience, it's like smooth jazz, but with live stream, we now ask C.T. Goss to come forward. All right. The chair of our AV team, Elaine Bercu, said this in her nomination. CT spent hours running an Ethernet cable around the pulpit area in order to eliminate the lag in our live stream has been having. Back up. To eliminate the lag our live stream has been having, even braving the attic to get everything done. Up here. Did you know you can get up here? Yes. Yeah. Our system would not run as smoothly as it does without his help and knowledge. CT, on behalf of Live Oak UU Church, it is my honor to present you with a rose and to publicly show appreciation for all the time and energy you spent crawling around in our rafters. And now, here, let me hand this to you. Okay. And this is like a little pin that you put on your, so you have one, I do not. I don't know how we're going to fix this. Yeah, you're going one more. All right, CT, on behalf of Live Oak Church, it is my honor to present you with a rose and to publicly show appreciation for all the time and energy you spent crawling around in our rafters. And now, with the congregation, please join me in saying thank you.
Your financial gifts allow us to continue this kind of good work. Let this time of offering be a reflection of our shared commitment to making a positive impact on the world and a reminder that our Unitarian Universalist values guide us not only in our beliefs, but also in our actions. Thank you for your presence and your contributions to our ongoing journey of building the beloved community here and in our wider parish.
It's blue. I have power. I wonder who else has power. The second principle says we have power. I need someone to help me this morning with the storybox. Actually, hey, let's all come down. If you would like to come down and join me for the box, come on down. Hey, little friend. Let's put this down here. Awesome. Oh, I love it when people come join me. Come on down. Come on down. Thank you, Curtis. Oh, hello, Josie. I wonder what could be in the box today. Benson, would you like to open the box for us? Please do. Let's see. You know how I always say, you never know what could be in the wonder box. Do you know what that is? Go ahead, take it out. What's that? Chalk. What else is in there? Do you know what that is? Here, let's show it just to everyone. Yeah, back in the oldie days, they called that, hey. Hey, Mark Anderson's up here. Say hey. Back in the oldie days, this was called a slate. And when you went to school, it was a one-room schoolhouse. And they didn't have paper, and they didn't have whiteboards or computers or any of that good stuff. They had a slate, and they got a piece of chalk, and this is where you did all of your schoolwork on the slate. Isn't that cool? Well, I want to tell you about a person, a little girl named Susan. And Susan loved school. She went to school and she learned and she just paid attention to everything. And she particularly really liked math. She loved it. She learned her addition. She learned her subtraction. She knew all of her multiplication. And then one day, her teacher said, all the boys come to the front, come to the wood stove, because I'm going to teach you long division. And she was like, Susan was like, what do you mean the boys get to learn long division? I want to learn long division. So she goes to the teacher and she says, hey, I want to learn that, sir. And he says, you know what? Girls are too weak to learn long division. If you use your mind to learn long division, you will become weak and ill, and it will scramble your mind. And Susan was like, I don't really think so. Well, you know, for some folks. Oh, we have someone doing math right now. I love it. So she waited, and she would listen. And when the teacher was talking to the boys and teaching them long division, she would lean in and she was listening, right? And she was like, okay. And she was writing on her slate, just like Benson's doing right now, taking notes and trying to figure it out. But she was like, I really need to be able to see this. So she raised her hand and she said, Professor, teacher, may I please go to the wood stove and warm my hands? And he said, yes. And so she'd go up, and guess what she did? She peeked, and she listened, and she was like, oh, and then she would see what they were doing, and then she'd run back to her desk, and she'd write it out on her slate again. Well, she kept doing this, and eventually, every time the teacher would give the boys a new problem, her hands would get cold, and she'd have to go to the wood stove, and the teacher caught on. The teacher was like, what are you doing? Let me see your slate. Oh, what are you doing? Your feeble mind is too weak for this. And he wrote a note home to her parents, and she got in trouble, and she had to go home, and her mom was really upset. Her mom was like, why are you disrupting the class? Why do you always have to have a mind of your own? Dad came home, and Mom told Dad, and Dad said, I am very angry. And Susan stood there, and he goes, at that teacher, because you have a strong mind, and you have a mind that learns, and you must use it to all of your capacity. And then you know what he did? He pulled her out of school. He started his own school, and he taught at that school. And he brought in all the women and children that worked in his mill to work for him, that worked for him, to go to school. And he taught everything. He taught long division along with everything else. Now, Susan kept going to school there until she was 15, and at 15 she became a teacher. It was pretty unusual for women to be teachers then. And then she found out, are you ready for this? She got paid 1/4 for every dollar that the male teachers got paid. And she was like, well, this isn't fair. So she decided she'd start going to the community meetings, right? To the school board meetings or to the county meetings, all the meetings, right, that men ran. And she'd stand up because she wanted to talk about the inequity that was happening, the inequality. And they'd say, you're a woman, you're not allowed to speak here. You can go to the side. Do you think Susan went to the side quietly? No, Susan did not go to the side quietly. She formed her own organization. She brought people together to give them a voice, and she fought for injustice, and she fought against slavery. She was an anti-abolitionist. And because of Susan B. Anthony, everyone in this room gets a vote, right? Susan B. Anthony became a Unitarian as an adult. Yay. And with that, I wonder, how can we change the world? What do our principles teach us about giving everybody a voice and making sure everybody gets a vote, right? Right. Let's do it. All right, my story is over for today. Thank you so much for coming up and joining me. It helps me tell a better story. Thank you. You can take that to your seat.
Please rise as you are willing and able for hymn 118, This Little Light of Mine.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Building up a world, I'm gonna let it shine. Building up a world, I'm gonna let it shine. Building up a world, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Thank you.
What a wonderful story by Chris. I think that was a great representation of Susan B. Anthony. So give Chris a round of applause. Susan B. Anthony. I love Susan B. Anthony. She was tenacious. She was smart. She never took no for an answer. Now, does anybody know what the B stands for in Susan B. Anthony? Someone say yes? Okay, what does it stand for? You're correct. We have some smart people in the audience today as well. So thank you very much. We've got people that can do math. We have people that know the history. It was Brownwell. And actually, that was one of her namesakes. I don't think she really liked to go by Brownwell, so she stuck with Susan B. So just a little bit of a fact. But, you know, even though she was born into a Quaker family, she really resonated with Unitarianism. And she later converted to be a Unitarian. And she's kind of embodies what we are as Unitarians. She was really the spark of change that really revolutionized the United States. She was woke before woke was cool. And by the way, I have to say, if somebody calls me woke, that's really a badge of honor for me because, I mean, I'd rather be awake than asleep my whole life. Does anybody, we've got really smart people in here. Does anybody know how long women have had the right to vote? Oh, we got someone raise their hand too. No, yeah, half that. 104, yes. Yes, 104 years. So 1920 is when we had the 19th Amendment. And I don't know about you, but that's way too short. I would have always thought that women had the right to vote much longer than that. So I really think that this kind of speaks to the power that Susan B. Anthony had, but also just our American history as well. Susan B. Anthony, she was brave, she was tough as nails, you know, a typical Unitarian, and she's a criminal. She went to jail. Does anybody know why she went to jail? Oh, we've got some, you know everything, right? Okay, tell us, why did she go to jail? Yes, she voted. She voted in the 1872 election. Do you know which party she voted for? Democrat or Republican? Man, do you study all at Susan B? What party did she vote for? Yeah, she voted for Republican. So just remember at the time, Republicans were abolitionists, the party of Lincoln. And, okay, I don't want to point you out, but who did she vote for? Ulysses S. Grant. Man, this is good. Man, are you going to be part of some trivia contest? This is awesome. I love it. Oh, sorry, she voted for, yes, I apologize, especially for the live stream. You know, I say this all the time, speak into the microphone, and what do I do when I'm up here? I don't speak into the microphone, so thank you. So she voted for Ulysses S. Grant at the time. And as a result, she was arrested. And she was in a 2-day trial where she was convicted for voting in an election, which she then claimed this was an injustice. You know how much she got fined? $100. And in today's economy, that's about $2,500, which is not about the amount, though. It's about the significance. Because really, that vote and being convicted for it really sparked people's idea of, really, this is not fair that women cannot vote. So really, fighting for equality and freedom is part of our UU values. And in fact, it's written in the second principles: justice, equity, and compassion, and human relations. We are religious warriors that stand up for the marginalized, and we make a difference. And if we see injustice being done, we'll stand out, and we will vote for leaders that reflect our values as well. And it's also true in Live Oak. Live Oak really does make a difference, huge difference in our community. Whether or not it's marching in the Pride Parade, hosting Pride at our sanctuary, marching at the MLK March, or speaking at city council meetings, or school board meetings, or commissioner court meetings, or protesting in front of statues, Confederate statues. We do it all here at Live Oak. You know, and I think it's so important for us and our religion, especially in our community, especially for the fact that religion is often used as an excuse for discrimination. Because we are not the religion of hate. We're the religion of love. And we love to show that love wherever we go. And we show up and we show out and we speak out. We love our neighbors. And if you love somebody, you build them up and you support them when it's needed. So I have a story about a personal religious warrior. It's my wife, Stephanie. By the way, she's I know she knits a lot, but she's also, you don't want to cross her, let me tell you. She is quite the religious warrior, I can tell you. Did anybody hear about the drag queen story hour in Leander? If you've lived here for a while, you've kind of heard about this, right? And actually, this was, the library was rented out by a congregation that actually rented the Live Oak sanctuary, Open Cathedral. I don't know if anybody's heard of Open Cathedral. They used to rent out this sanctuary. Well, that led to a massive protest in front of the library. In fact, they had an equal amount. They had about 300 people protesting in front of the library, probably more people they've ever seen at the library. But the thing was, there were, you know, a good amount of people protesting against it, and then a good number of people protesting for and having the drag queen story hour. So the city council at the time, instead of protecting our marginalized community, the LGBTQIA+ community, and only for the crime of reading books to kids, they decided to ban all library rentals. And that actually pissed off my wife. That pissed her off pretty bad. And she started showing up to city council meetings month after month, every time they had a city council meeting. And I don't know if you know what citizens' comments are. Those are time before the meeting where you can actually tell city council, give feedback to city council, and they can hear from the community. She would speak at every one of these events. So first, what they did was they said, okay, well, we're going to limit the time of citizen comments because we don't want to hear from you. And then next, Stephanie was so tenacious, and there were other Live Oak people out there actually speaking out as well. I remember, I don't know if Mary Hinsteback is out here, but she was out there giving them hay as well. Oh, there she is right there. She was out there speaking out. Our Live Oakers were speaking out, and what did they do? Instead of listening to us, they got rid of citizens' comments altogether. Wow. So what do you do if your leaders don't listen to you? Yeah, you get new ones. So we worked hard in that election, and let me tell you, we flopped that city council, and I can tell you that library rentals are back, and citizen comments are back. You know, I think one of the things that are so important that I learned in that election too is local government, whether or not it's school boards or city councilors, are so important to the lives of your community. They impact you so much, but so few people actually vote in those elections. Only like 5% to 10% of the population actually vote in those elections, and the margin between the winner and loser is very, very small. In Cedar Park City Council, there was one city council spot where the person lost by 2 votes. So I can tell you every vote matters, especially in these city council elections. So when I look at this picture, it really does make me smile. Why? For a number of reasons. First of all, Live Oak actually opening our sanctuary to the LGBTIQ plus community for Queer Empower Conference. Second, this was actually only the second Pride Festival from Leander. This was a joint Pride Festival from both Leander and Cedar Park. This was the second one that Leander did, and only the first one that Cedar Park did as well. And so we were pretty monumental in helping keeping the Pride community going. But even more important than that, if you look at the people in the audience as well, not only Reverend Joanna, which I love Reverend Joanna, and she's really, standing out for Live Oak and representing Live Oak, but in the middle is our Cedar Park mayor. To the, I don't know if it's right or left, because, it's flat. All right, okay, is the Leander mayor. And also, okay, to my right, to our right, black shirt is the Leander mayor, okay? You've got a House representative, the Texas State House representative, and a city council member as well, John Busey. I was avoiding saying names. There you go. They were out, so you've got our local leaders coming out here and supporting the LGBTIQ plus community. You know that when they do that, it really does speak volumes, because it says, we support you, we've got your back when you need it. And I think that's so important. And it's something we, as a congregation, shouldn't take for granted as well. So the thing is, I think there's some important things that we can do to really fulfill the second principle. How do we create justice, equity, and compassion in human relations? So I think first and foremost, we all need to be informed voters, especially for the local elections as well. And we might have to actually be beyond being an informed voter ourselves. We may actually have to educate others on what the local elections are. It's kind of interesting. Most people don't know who their local mayor is, right? And so we need to kind of inform people, who's running for office. And we really need to vote for people that reflect our UU values as well. We need to show up and support our communities that are under attack. So that means showing up to things like Pride events and such. But I think, or if there are things in city council, et cetera, that propositions where our community needs us, we show up. And then finally, if you see injustice, raise your voice. And again, I think Live Oak has been such a great example of this. And understand that, these fights are not something that's done overnight. These are long-term fights. In fact, Susan B. Anthony really never saw the right to vote. It happened 7 years after she died. So again, but I do think, though, the struggles that she went through to get women the right to vote, we all benefited from, and that's what's so important. I invite you to join me in a time of reflection and word and in silence. May we have the wisdom to discern their message through the noise and discord of our lives. May we have the strength to do what must be done in this world. May we find the courage to live our lives as lives of conviction, of spirit, and faith. May we know justice and peace in our time. Blessed be, amen. Let us hold that for a moment together in sacred stillness. I'm really glad Reverend Joanna is going to be back next week. Can we sing the response? Yes. Breathe in, I breathe in peace. I breathe out, I breathe out love. I breathe in, I breathe in peace. I breathe out, I breathe out love. So, the community is a chosen village where our lives are interconnected. Part of tapestry of this communal journey is sharing the significant milestones, joys and sorrows in our lives, and witnessing the diversity we hold. One of us may be celebrating a life event, while another is mourning a grief. While there is a beauty in that mosaic, we are reminded that the moments of life are transient and ever-changing. Before I get started into joys and sorrows, or joys and concerns, my personal joy is we're going to be celebrating the 20th anniversary of our Labyrinth right after this. So thank you, Labyrinth team, for setting that up. So we have one joy, or I don't know if it's a concern either, but next local elections are May 4th. We have a joy from Tina. We sang This Little Light of Mine at Live Oak's first service. We lit our lighters and held them aloft. My joy is that we're still singing it over 30 years later. This is announcing from Curtis. This is a joy, super joyful that Lively middle school choir held a superb choir concert, especially the beginners. I also took my 7th and 8th grade treble choir to be evaluated, and we received great comments. Only 8 weeks left. Good luck. This is from Mike Inyart. For those of you following Rob Sarton's recovery, he has been moved out of the hospital and into a specialty rehab center. This is from Margie. This is sorrow for our daughter-in-law going in for her second surgery for neck cancer on Wednesday. From Crystal and Benson, we had an absolute blast at the Peter Rabbit Day yesterday with Chris. Check the newsletter for all the kids' activities. I have one is for Ren Goss. My joy is I had a soccer game on Saturday. My concern is I lost it. Cindy Keegan has accepted a place in the fall 24 class at McGill University. It's off to Montreal. Oh, wow. Luke, my tendon reconnection surgery went well on Tuesday, and I have been very grateful for all the support I received while healing. Mary, Doug, Catherine, Nancy, the Dowers, Jackie, and Austin. And finally, from Sam, my sister's Crystal's birthday is tomorrow. Happy birthday. I'm grateful for the year past and the year ahead, having a best friend like her. Aww. May this community draw closer with our shared experiences as we celebrate life's triumphs and navigate its trials together. So I have actually one more mystery joy that was in the bucket that got missed, but it's very important that I read it. It's from Tim Buckley. It was recently determined that I am now 15 years cancer-free. And he tells us all this to emphasize the importance of cancer screening. Life is short. We don't have much time to gladden the hearts of those who walk this way with us. So be swift to love and make haste to be kind.
Joel did such a great job with his sermon today. Yeah, the second principle, calling us into equity, justice, and compassion for all people, takes energy, right? So this morning I want to lift up and celebrate that we are going to celebrate the rededication of our labyrinth today. Our labyrinth, which helps to ground us and give us spiritual practice here and within so that we can go out and be more to the bigger world. So what's going to happen this morning is when we leave this space, we invite you to go out the doors by the fellowship hall. There are Easter eggs and pebbles. Put a couple of pebbles in your Easter egg and you're going to create a shaker. And then I ask that you continue on to the labyrinth and just stop at the entrance to the labyrinth. We are going to be using the words and the dedication that we used 20 years ago in order to rededicate today and to lift up the people who brought us this incredible spiritual gift to our land here. So we invite you, remember that we are all faith development, we are all the curriculum, and all we do is teach Unitarian Universalism. Thank you.
Please join me in extinguishing our chalice with these words by Unitarian Universalist Wayne Arneson. It has been a gift to be together today. Please spend the next 5 minutes talking to someone you don't know. Members, be sure to introduce yourself to any first-time visitors we have. They're the ones with the handwritten name tags, and show them where the visitors' table and the coffee are. And may we all know the blessings of friendship.